Dad, what game are we playing today?
We are going to play Skyline 3000.
3,000, not 2,000?
Nope. We're past 2,000, so we got to go higher.
Right.
3,000.
Why is it 3,000?
Well, it's a game in the future. And I'll tell you what you're trying to do is you're trying to take over, well, you're trying to build a bunch of buildings on your spaceports out in space. So this is supposed to look like space. These are my buildings. And I'm trying to place those and build the tallest buildings on the board. And if I do that, I get more points. I move around the board. The person at the end of the game with the most points wins, like in most games.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. So why don't you tell me how to play the game?
All right. Well, as you can see, there are a lot of different pieces out here, and it actually takes a little bit of setup to get going. You can see the board divided into different areas or territories. You've got the red, the yellow, the blue. You got some special areas over here. Each person has a card. We've got other rooftops. We've got building pieces. We've got some cards. We have billboards. We have a key, which I actually think is kind of hokey, but it's a way to remember a few things. So there's a lot of different things to do, so I'll take it one by one.
All right.
And the great thing is all of the cards that you're given, which is essentially my construction area, give you some areas to construct your building, but it also shows you the turns that you do. So the first is the construction phase, where you build or place your items. Then there's an auction phase, where you make improvements to your areas. And then you score the phase, and then you get more cards, and you can go on. So it only lasts for 4 rounds. Once all these items are gone, then it's over, and that's all you've got to deal with. So it's good because as far as strategy goes, you've got a limited amount of time that you're trying to make things happen in.
All right. That sounds like fun.
So for construction, let me tell you how that works. I start with a deck of cards, and it's a mix at the start of these cards over here, which is a contract card, a building card, and a roof card, or a floor card. And I can choose on the construction phase what I want to do. So I can either play a card, say I can play a floor tile piece, which gives me 2 floor tiles, and I can start to construct a building, or I can make it taller. If I've already got a building there, actually I can play as many cards as I want. So in this one, let me say I'll play another card, and I'm going to stack that 3 high, on this one 2 high, because I know at some point in the game I'm going to need a taller one.
Right.
The other is a roof card, and I can either choose my round roof or my triangle roof. And I can say, well, let's put that on the bigger one, so I can play that card. Maybe that's all I'm going to do for now. Then the contract cards tell me which area I can build in. So if I play this card, that will let me actually move out and build into a red space. So I could take this building, since no one is there yet, a 1-level building, and I can get started on that.
Because you always start with a 1-level building.
Yep. But when it's Purple's turn, he may go and he may throw out a 2-level building. So when it comes to scoring phase, whoever's got the tallest building is going to come in first place.
Okay.
And it'll move on down, so you'll get more points. Okay, so after the construction phase, after I've taken my turn, then the next player takes his turn, the third player, the fourth player, which it's only a 4-player game. You're going to have a bunch of buildings out there with different areas and different heights, and it moves on to auction, where you auction off some more green space and some spaceports, or later a mega mall. The way you do an auction is you have your stop card, and I decide how much I want to bid on that. Now the numbers play into account of what cards I have left. I can bid as many as I want. So let's say for this green space, I really want it in my area. Say I actually have an area where I've got the tallest building, so I want to put more green space there because it means more points. If I win that area, I will go ahead and I'll say I'm going to bid 9. Then I'll put my stop card right in between there. When I turn those over, everybody at the same time flips their cards. And then when you get to your stop, that tells everybody that's how high you bid. If I win and I have the highest bid, then I get to take that green space and I can place it wherever I want. I'm going to put it in my area where I've got the highest. Those cards get discarded into their appropriate pile. I take that back, and the auction continues on to the next green space and the spaceport, which goes in the center area. And those come into play because those are even worth more if you get that area.
All right.
Then you move on to the scoring phase. In the scoring phase, you actually just go ahead and take a look at each block and determine who wins it. So for this, first place, second place, and everybody after second place doesn't get any points. So first place gets the most points, second place, and so on.
All right. So what would you rate this game?
Well, overall, I give it a 3. And the reason I give it a 3 is because I like it. I like the strategy of trying to determine when to play which piece. And those are just always fun to figure out, okay, if I play in this area or that area, well, I'm all out of round roofs, so, you know, I'm not going to have a chance to win that area anyway, so forget that. I'll go to another strategy. I like that. The reason I rate it a little bit lower is just because I don't think there's going to be a lot of people I can find that want to play with me, which is unfortunate.
Okay. Well, thanks, Dad.
All right, you bet.